Peace, family. Today I want to talk about something different than what I normally talk about. I'm not going to talk about DJing, raw vegan food, ancient Egypt, aliens, metaphysics, multi-dimensional realities. Today I want to actually talk about something that a lot of people in some circles are talking about, and only a few people in most circles are talking about. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. How to buy and sell cryptocurrency. Basically, I want to kind of make that pretty simple. Um, what motivated me to do this is as I've been learning about how to buy and sell cryptocurrency, I've been seeing a lot of explanations and seeing a lot of people talking about it, and it's just been convoluted and confusing based on their explanations and people just rambling on and having their own personal agendas. So I said, you know what? I've had some conversations with people, and it's going back and forth about a lot of things. I figured I just make a simple video to explain my perspective of what I found out about how Bitcoin blockchain technology works, and basically simply exactly how to buy and sell it. A lot of people want to get involved in it and want to deal with it, but don't really know what it is or how to interface with it. So that's what I want to do. Um, I've seen people offering courses in cryptocurrency and how to buy and sell it, how to trade cryptocurrency for hundreds of dollars, and that just seemed kind of crazy to me. Unless those courses are also teaching you sophisticated understanding, overstanding, and understanding of market analysis and trends and capital gains and things that you would apply to the stock market and real estate and precious metals and commodities and making money in those financial arenas by being able to predict what's going to go up and down and when it's going to happen and when to buy in and sell. Um, if it's going to teach you those things also, then yeah, maybe something could be worth something to get that vast amount of experience that people take years to learn and really know. But to get a basic understanding of how to buy and sell cryptocurrencies, it's actually not that complicated. It's really not that complicated at all. Um, First of all, one thing you just want to realize and understand and overstand is that blockchain technology is not just about money. That's just one particular application of it. Blockchain technology is about transferring information from one computer to another and having a system where multiple computers, thousands, millions of computers, are keeping a complete record of every transaction that ever took place in the whole entire system. So when somebody sends a person some money, the reason why you really know that that money is there is because there's a complete record of every transaction that ever took place on the system that reflects that money being there. That's a real brief, probably incomplete explanation of how blockchain technology works. I don't really want to try to get into that too much because that's not really the scope of what this is about. This is simply about how to buy and sell cryptocurrency beyond just buying Bitcoin. Um, Pretty much, it's not that complicated. What you want to do is set you up an account with Coinbase.com. Coinbase.com. That's your first step. What you need to understand is that there's a lot of other cryptocurrencies on the market besides just Bitcoin and Ethereum, what you hear about. There's hundreds, over 1,000 actually, that are trading for different values. And pretty much what's happening now is these coins, which are, computer bits programmed, like we call them coins, but they're not really coins, virtual coins. These these coins represent different companies. And right now, they're not really having any use other than being traded for value. And people are speculating on them and planning on making money with them. But what's happening is an infrastructure is being laid for the future where these companies are going to provide services and transferring of information and record keeping. These coins are going to be how you access that particular company's service. So, what's happening right now is the infrastructure for the way that blockchain technology is going to keep track of pretty much everything that goes on in the world. The infrastructure is being laid down for that right now with these companies and these coins. So what's happening is at the moment, while they're not functioning in the real world, they're being traded due to speculation of what their values could be. So what's happening right now is a very small window of opportunity of a time period where major flips are being made. A lot of people think that they missed out on some kind of boat because you hear about Bitcoin being worth a few cents and now it's worth $16,000, and that's just not going to happen again. Well, the thing is, that's continuously happening. Bitcoin is likely going to keep on growing and possibly be up to a few hundred, maybe even $1 million per coin over a long period of time. However, there's other coins that are a lot more volatile and go up and down quickly sometimes. So to make money with crypto, there's three ways basically to make money with cryptocurrency. One is to mine your own coins, meaning you have a computer that's on the network that's running the formulas and running the calculations that's keeping record of all the transactions on the record. And by doing that, your computer gets to pull some coins out of the system, mining them, removing them from the system and putting them into their possession. We're not going to talk about that. That's another angle of it. The second way to make money with cryptocurrency is to simply buy a coin and hold on to it, and eventually it will increase in value. If you had bought a Bitcoin last year, right now it'd be worth a whole lot more than last year. And the same holds true for most cryptocurrencies. The other method is to buy and sell and trade various cryptocurrencies that are moving on the market now, besides Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. Like I said, there's hundreds. Some are even pennies, and some of those that are pennies or even less than a penny can go up to a few cents or even a few dollars in a short amount of time. So similar to penny stocks, but the big difference with penny stocks, the big difference with the Bitcoin market and the stock market is with the stock market, you're actually buying and owning a percentage of the company. With cryptocurrency, you're not owning a percentage of any company. You're just transferring a different type of currency. It's basically like exchanging your US dollars for a Japanese yen, because you believe that the yen is a more secure thing. Now, as far as whether or not Bitcoin blockchain technology is secure, in a lot of ways it's much more secure than Federal Reserve notes. Federal Reserve notes are only backed up by the value that people believe in them. Same thing holds true with pretty much any form of currency. Bitcoin does have a basic value of what it costs to produce them, because it did require energy of work to put the computer systems together, and electricity. It takes a lot of electricity for this Bitcoin blockchain technology system to run. That's a whole nother discussion. But it takes something to make a Bitcoin. Now, most people are under the misconception that when you invest in Bitcoin, if you buy Bitcoin, then you're putting your money into some Bitcoin system somewhere. some kind of central location. That's because people are generally thinking from the mentality of how a bank works. When you buy Bitcoin, the only people that you're buying Bitcoin from is somebody who already has Bitcoin at the moment. You're not buying into any Bitcoin organization. There's no place where all the money is. The money is in the hands of people who happen to own it. There's only a few people who own most of the Bitcoin, and that's because they were involved from the beginning, where it didn't cost that much to buy and it didn't cost that much energy to produce in the computer. So Bitcoin is a real value, and it also provides the means for a lot of so-called third world countries and other places to interface with the rest of the world where they couldn't before. Pretty much now all you need is to have an internet connection and a phone, and you have your own, it's almost like your own bank, where you have your own system that says, I have this much value. I can prove I have this much value. Now, the money doesn't exist. If you don't have Bitcoins in your hand, the money doesn't exist in your phone. The money doesn't exist in your wallet, your electronic wallet. The only thing that exists that you actually possess is the keys to access the blockchain, which is the ledger of keeping track of all the transactions that have ever happened. So if you have 1,000 Bitcoins, that's because you've received 1,000 Bitcoins from 20 Bitcoins from here, 100 Bitcoins from here, you mine this, you have 1,000 Bitcoins. When you have 1,000 Bitcoins in your wallet, or in your hard drive wallet, or wherever you have it, you don't actually have the Bitcoins there. The only thing that you have is the code that proves to all of the other millions of computers that have been keeping track of all the records. Remember, they've kept track of the records of when you received the money. That's how they know that you have it there. So anytime you want to spend it, somebody else is going to go check the records and make sure that you have it there. The reason why all the computers know is because they all have kept track of every transaction that's ever taken place. So again, hopefully I'm kind of striving to get the point across of how the blockchain technology works and why it's secure. So you don't actually hold the Bitcoins, you hold the proof that it's there. Got it? All right. Now, to buy and sell cryptocurrency, how to make money buying and selling cryptocurrency. First thing you need to do, you have to get a Coinbase account. One more thing I want to mention. I think I started to touch on it, but let me just emphasize this. This is a small window of opportunity. It's only a few years we're going to be able to do this, because like I said, those coins that are being traded now, some have very little value, and many have much less of a value than they're going to have in the future once they're actually functioning. So this is also related to the net neutrality issue. The restriction of the internet is going to be opened up by these coins. These coins are going to serve as a gateway to make some kind of information transference happen that wouldn't be able to happen without the coin. The coin is going to pay for something to be moving on the internet. Not just money from one place to another, not just to buy things, but just to prove things are actually happening. It's record keeping. This thing is all about record keeping. Now, in some ways, it's not necessarily a good thing. I mean, it's going to be a lot of those things that we talked about the internet becoming in the 90s, and a lot of things that we wanted to avoid about the new world. If I could stop it, maybe I would. I'm the type of person, I like to be out in nature and and have less electricity running as possible. However, I'm not in a position to stop this. So the best thing I can do is use it and capitalize off of it best I can to be able to acquire tools and resources for what needs to happen. So as far as the risk of doing this, being involved in cryptocurrency, I mean, at the end of the day, everything is a risk. However, this has shown itself to be one of the most fruitful, likely to be fruitful and productive risks that there are. I mean, as a man, your basic function is to go out and provide for your family. And we do that by taking risks with time and money that we invest. You invest time to go to work for somebody. You invest time and money to invest in a project or to invest in a business or to invest in the stock market or whatever have you. Everything that we do is an expenditure of time and risk and money, whatever it is. This particular hustle today just happens to be for a short period of time a hustle that it is likely that your investment of time and money is going to return if you're just a little bit smart about what you're doing. Don't even really have to be that smart about what you're doing. If you just buy some Bitcoin and sit on them, it's a good chance that they're going to go up. Is it possible that it's going to all come tumbling down? Yes, anything's possible. Is it going to crash? Yes, it's going to crash. It just crashed last week, and it's going to keep on crashing. It's going to crash and go up and crash and go down and crash. It's going to keep on doing that. Will the whole thing just blow to smithereens? Possibly. Will that happen within the next year or two? Highly unlikely. It's kind of unlikely that the whole thing will just blow apart, to tell you the truth, but it could happen. There could be a freaking solar flare and all the lights go out. Then Bitcoins ain't worth nothing, right? Okay, if there's a solar flare and all the lights go out, paper money ain't worth nothing either. If there's a solar flare, if there's no electricity, there's a whole nother set of issues and circumstances that we have to deal with beyond all fiat currency. We're going to all have to figure something else out at this point. But as far as what we're dealing with, as far as what society has shown us, how it's developing and where it's progressing and flowing, it's a more than likely chance that this system is going to be intact, at least for the next couple of years, functioning the way that it is right now, at least for the next couple of years. After a couple of years from now, it's going to be functioning in a different way. It's going to be functioning in a way where it's not going to be as easy to get into it and get involved and be able to capitalize off it. It's going to be something, it's something very similar to the internet. The internet in the early mid-90s. In the early to mid-90s, the internet was something that a lot of people didn't really understand the practical use of it. Damn sure didn't see the necessity of it. Certainly didn't see that it was going to be something that was going to be the way of how the world operates. Blockchain technology is going to be the way that the world operates with more than just money. Now in the internet, the average company CEO didn't really see the necessity of why they needed a website. Mavis Tires. Well, why would somebody want to be able to click on a computer and just look on the screen? No, people want to see the tire. They want to touch it and make sure that it's working right. Ordering clothes. People want to order clothes. They want to try them on. People think of all kind of reasons and excuses of why using your internet and doing something like Amazon.com was just totally impractical. Now you see what happened. The vision caught on and it became the way of the world. You want to know what else happened during the early mid-90s? Little kids who saw the vision ahead of time said, you know what? I'm going to buy up CBS.com domain site. Just click $20. I'm going to buy Xerox.com. Click. I'm going to buy Toyota.com. Click. I'm going to buy whatever. Mercedes.com. Every company that you see commonly having a website now. They just bought it up for $20. Sat on it. waited for a couple of years for the CEO of that company to go tell the tech department to get them a website because they realize that this is the way of the new world and what the future is bringing for them, and they're going to need to have one. And by the time they went to try to register the domain, some little 15, 16-year-old kid had it, and they had to pay him millions of dollars for it. That happened. That's something that's not even really talked about in financial circles anymore because it was just a hustle. It was a fluke. That particular type of game isn't going to be able to be run today, but that's just one example of how there's a small window of opportunity to be able to flip what's going on right now and turn a little bit of something into a lot more than what it was. A little bit of money a year ago would have been a lot more money now. $100 a year ago could be easily a few $1,000s today with not a lot of interest or time spent. Now, the difference with penny cryptos and the stock market, the penny stocks, is that more than likely most of those penny stocks are going to fail. There's a small percentage that you're going to buy something for a few cents and it's going to shoot up to a couple of dollars or a whole lot of dollars and you make a whole lot of money. But most of them are going to fail. The difference with penny cryptos is that being that it's a new system and a new infrastructure being laid, most of the penny cryptos either remain around the same value, slowly grow, or shoot up. Very often they do this and shoot up and maybe come back down. If you catch them right when they shoot up, you make a killing. But most of them don't fail. It's not like penny stocks where you're taking a big risk because it's a good chance you're going to lose out. Most cryptos are growing because the whole system is growing. It's not like stocks. We have to remove some of the mentalities that we've been conditioned to think of how buying and selling and trading works. It's not like stocks. The way this system works, the more people buy something, the more people get into it, the more it becomes valuable because the more people see it as a value and it grows. So there's a lot of opportunity to make money with these cryptocurrencies because they're laying down an infrastructure for something that is going to be used to navigate in the future. So they're a very good secure investment. Now, it'd be a terrible idea to mortgage a house and sell your most valuable things because you want to invest in cryptocurrency. I mean, with anything, you don't want to risk more than you can afford to lose. Like, that's the point. With this, it's wonderful because you can periodically put in small amounts of money. You can invest $10 worth of crypto, $20 here and there, $5. I think $5 is the minimum amount of crypto that you can buy on Coinbase. So what you want to do is consistently put a little bit of money into the thing and watch it grow. It's already shown and proven itself to be a good investment that grows. Yes, it has the potential to fall the fuck apart. So does the entire United States government, which it basically already is. We just haven't caught up to recognize it yet. The dollar's already worthless. It's been worthless. Like, we don't even have to get into the whole entire discussion of what happened in 1913 and what happened in 1928 and 29 and what this fiction is. The monetary system of the world is already a fiction. And to take it to a whole nother discussion, we're not even going to have the discussion, but in my opinion, in all honesty, just the need for money, and fiat currency on this planet is technically a mental illness, in all honesty. Because if we was actually in our right frame of mind, we'd know how the fuck to get along, and people would do what they need to be done, and everybody get what they need to get. This shit'll work. Like, money only exists with humans. Like, it's technically a mental illness. So as a result of this mental illness, we ascribe a value to things that are actually worthless. But that's a whole nother philosophical discussion. Today, we simply came here to figure out how to buy and sell cryptocurrency and keep it simple because folks have made it very complicated. That little rambling on. The basic point I was just trying to get with that is that this is something significant. There's a lot of myths behind it and reasons why people are turned away from wanting to get involved in it. It's only used for drugs and illegal things. No, United States dollars are the number one currency in the world used for illegal things and to hire hitmen to buying drugs. Like, come on now. But there's just a lot of reasons why people are hesitant to put their money in it, and understandable because you're careful what you do with your money. But we need to understand that you're not really putting your money somewhere. You're just converting it to another form that it's more than likely going to grow, and at any point in time you can take it right back out. You can turn it back into U.S. dollars, and the more time that goes by, you can actually use it to spend. Like, Bitcoins are accepted at a lot of places. I'll accept Bitcoins. You can pay me for DJing with Bitcoins. So what we want to know is how to buy and sell Bitcoins and keep all of the complicated shit out, and just how somebody can start with a couple $100 and turn that into a whole lot more within a few months or a couple years. What you want to do, basically you want to buy Bitcoins, and then with Bitcoins, you buy one of the other hundreds of currencies. There's a few hundred currencies, over 1,000, a little more than 1,000. You want to buy and sell those. To buy and sell those, you have to get Bitcoins. Everything is based on Bitcoins. Pretty much what these other coins are, they're variations of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an open source program, and the other coins work a very similar way. However, they tweak that open source program to specifically apply a basic function different that their company is going to provide, a service that their company is going to provide for the future, that they believe is going to be something necessary and useful. So Bitcoin is the basic foundation that the whole system works around. Ethereum is another foundation that another part of the system works around. So you have to buy Bitcoin, and then when you buy Bitcoin, you exchange your Bitcoin to another place, to an exchange service that has the list of all of the others available. Let me plug the AC in real quick. Word. So now this is what we hear. This is what we're here for. This is how you do it. You want to buy the Bitcoin, put the Bitcoin in an account on the exchange, and then from the exchange, you're watching to see which coins you want to buy, and you buy them and sell them. To do that, you get a bank account. You got to have a bank account and a state ID. I know a lot of us don't like to use those documents. I honestly don't know how to get on these sites without them. As far as how to acquire those documents and preserving your rights, that's a whole nother discussion for a different. It's not part of the buy cryptocurrency video. But if you want to proceed forward with this, I need you to have a bank account and state ID. You can buy Bitcoin without a bank account, actually. Yeah. You can go to fuck. Oh, what's the site? It'll come back to me in a minute. Buy Bitcoins. Motherfuck. Give me a fucking second. Like, how did I lose the name of the site? local Bitcoins. Boom. All right, you can go to localbitcoins.com and you can meet up with people who actually sell you Bitcoins. They'll sell them to you for a lot more than the current price, but that's how they make their money. You can also go to a Bitcoin ATM. You can deposit cash into the ATM, and you'll get your Bitcoin. And like I said, you get a slip of paper, and that slip of paper will have the code that will prove to anywhere in the system that you have that the transaction was made, that you have that amount of Bitcoin. If you go to meet somebody, they'll show you how to set up a wallet in your phone, or they'll give a paper code for you. Once again, you'll have that amount of Bitcoin transferred to your account. So, to buy cryptocurrency online, you want to have a bank account and a state ID. There's a few sites you want to register with. Coinbase.com. Coinbase.com. Coinbase is the main place people in America buy Bitcoins with dollars. There's a few other places you can do it, but they cost a lot more. There's a few other places to do it. They cost a lot more. Don't even worry about it. Coinbase.com. Keep it simple. Coinbase.com. You want to go there. You give them your ID. You put a picture on the screen. Verify your ID. Verify your bank account. It'll give you all the instructions. They'll send a few cents to the account, and you have to verify it and put that in there. Show the amount that they sent to the account to verify that it's actually yours. And then once they're connected, then you buy Bitcoin. Now you can transfer money from your bank account to your Coinbase account. If you use your checking account, it's free, but it takes a few days. If you use a debit card, it's a small fee, but it's instantly. So to buy cryptocurrency, first thing you have to do is buy Bitcoin on Coinbase. Next thing you want to do, set up an account with GDAX, GDAX.com. You don't have to do this. However, Coinbase charges ridiculous fees anytime you want to send Bitcoin out. GDAX is a company that's connected with Coinbase, and when you link those together, you send your Bitcoin from Coinbase to GDAX, and then when GDAX sends Bitcoins out, it doesn't cost anywhere near as much. So you need an account with Coinbase. Purpose for Coinbase is to transfer your dollars into Bitcoins. Then you need an account with GDAX. The purpose for GDAX is to connect with Coinbase so that you're not paying the ridiculous fees that Coinbase is going to charge you to send your Bitcoin out. The next thing you have to do is set up an account on an exchange that sells the various cryptocurrencies. The two that I use primarily are Bittrex, Bittrex.com, and Binance, Binance.com. Those are the two main reputable ones that seem to be the most secure, going on for the most. Have a lot of the currencies on there. And I mean, there's a lot of other exchanges. You can just look up cryptocurrency exchanges and you'll find a lot of others. They're more or less secure, and they have better or worse reasons to have them or not. But for the most part, Bittrex and Binance will be pretty much what you need. Another good one is Poloniex, Poloniex.com. I actually like the way they function a lot. Can't use it though because for some reason they're not allowed to work in New York. And Cryptopia is another one that has a lot that the others don't. Like especially some of the little creeping up ones that you want to look up on. So Bittrex, Binance, Poloniex, and Cryptopia. I mean, you're good with Bittrex and Binance for the most part to get started and keep it going. So To buy and sell cryptocurrency, you need an account with Coinbase. With Coinbase, you turn your dollars into Bitcoins. You need an account with GDAX. You turn you transfer from Coinbase to GDAX. Then you need to set up an account to register an account with the exchanges, Bittrex and Binance, and whichever other ones you want. Then you transfer your money, I'm sure you figured this part out, from GDAX to Bittrex. Once you have Bitcoin on Bittrex, then you look at the list of the other cryptocurrencies and decide which one that you want to buy, exchange your Bitcoin for. Now, to send Bitcoin from one place to another, it's a fairly simple process. Each site, like you'll have what's called a wallet on each exchange. You can also have a wallet on your computer. You can have a wallet on your phone. A wallet is just a place that holds the key. That accesses the blockchain ledger to say, hey, does this person have this money anytime they want to make a transaction with it? So you want to send money from one to another. The instructions are simple. They're right on the screen. You go to send money in Bittrex. You go to wallets, and you go to Bitcoin and you push plus, and it'll show you a long string of code. You want to copy that, and then you go to the place where you want to send it from, and you paste it in there. I'm explaining it while not doing it, so I don't know how well I'm explaining it, but it's pretty self-explanatory within the functions. You copy the code and you paste it from one place to the other. Say I want to send this here, and it'll also give you a little warning, say be careful to do this, be careful not to send this here, make sure you're doing that right. So the basic point I want to get across is just how to get your money into being able to access buying cryptocurrency, because a lot of people want to get involved in it and do something with it, but don't really understand what it is. And they think it's like the stock market because it kind of trades similarly, but it's a totally different concept of what's actually happening. People want to get involved in it and just don't know where to go and what to do. The best they know is, I want to buy some Bitcoin. And a lot of people will end the quest once they get to Coinbase and have some Bitcoin, which is all good, because once you own some Bitcoin, then you sit on them and they're going to grow. But the other hustle is if you want to buy and sell the cryptocurrencies, the penny cryptos, or the ones that are a few dollars that you think are going to be a whole lot more dollars. So I just want to explain how to buy and sell the cryptocurrencies that everybody's talking about, that seems confusing. That's presented in a way that seems confusing. It's not confusing. It's very simple. You buy Bitcoin. With the Bitcoin, you buy the other currency. The way you do that, you buy Bitcoin on Coinbase with dollars. From Coinbase, you send your Bitcoin from Coinbase to GDAX. From GDAX, you send your Bitcoin from GDAX to Bittrex or Binance or Poloniex or Cryptopia. Now, the next point about all of this is to figure out how to know what coins to buy. I mean, basically, what you want to do is buy and sell. You want to buy when something's at a certain price and sell it when it's at a higher price. I mean, it's not complicated. That comes with market analysis and trends and all kind of things that are a little bit more complicated as far as just what to do. That's having a focus and an eye and a little bit of intuition, a little bit of magic, a little bit of insight and tips. So that's where the hustle comes in. That's where the brain part comes in. That's where the thinking part comes in. But the main thing just to understand is that by investing in a little bit of cryptocurrency, it's a very good chance that within a little bit of time, your little investment is going to grow. And within a lot of time, it's going to grow substantially. And with a little bit of luck, a little bit of focus, you can find something that's going to grow a lot in a short period of time. I've seen things grow double, triple overnight. I've seen things grow 20, 30, 40, 50 times in just a couple of weeks. That means $1,000, $25,000 at the end of the month. I've seen that. I haven't invested in those. I wasn't fortunate to catch those. But everything that I have invested in, they go up a little bit. Some have gone up a lot, some have gone down. But it's more than it was when it started. That's the point. It's going to be more than it was when it started. There's going to be points where it dips down. You're going to be like, oh, shit, uh-oh. But the nature of the blockchain, the nature of cryptocurrency, and what's happening right now, the infrastructure being laid, makes it more likely than not that your little investment is going to increase. That's the point. I've looked around and found just some resources. I've looked around and found just some resources that help me just get a better insight of what's going on and what to buy, and not necessarily what to buy, but what to look at, and have a better understanding of the whole cryptocurrency world. Basically, well, here's the thing. Here's a little bit of vocabulary for you. Bulls. I'm not even going to explain all these things. Just go. Turn this a little. You got Google. Look these things up and just understand how they work, just to have a more thorough, a more complete awareness of what's happening in this whole cryptocurrency world. Know what bulls are. Know what bears are. Know what whales are. Those are basically just people who are functioning, who own a whole lot of Bitcoin and who buy and sell them. But just understand all their positions. Know what the market cap is. Know what the circulating supply is. Just look these things up, and the better you have an awareness of how they work, the more you'll be able to look at the trends and say, you know what, I think this is about to go up next week. So, and just try to do your best to learn more about basic financial terms and financial functions, like futures and oil prices and precious metals and how they work, capital gains, commodities, mutual funds, dividends. Just learn. You know what I'm saying? Like study. Once you study enough, keep on studying. Study some more. What you want to do, oh, that's right. There's a couple of places, a couple of resources that I found that just help me be able to see ahead of time and just get an insight on and ideas on some coins. There's Facebook groups, cryptocurrency groups. Cryptocurrency Collectors Club is one. Just go to Facebook and search cryptocurrency groups. And ones that have a whole lot, look at them. Steemit and Reddit, those are two websites. They have a lot of articles and they have a lot of forums where people are talking about. People are talking about the coins, and people who know a whole lot more than we do about coding and programming and why something is more or less likely to succeed or fail. You get a great insight from a lot of these geeks and these computer nerds going back and forth, having a discussion on Steemit and Reddit and a couple other places. TradingView.com. TradingView. TradingView.com. Bitcoin Talk. Search John McAfee. That's the same McAfee that made the McAfee virus software. He talks a lot about Bitcoin, has insight on cryptocurrencies. There's some YouTube channels. Brandon Kelly, Crypto Trader, is a pretty good one. Node Investor, Node, Investor. Nuggets News, like gold nuggets, Nuggets News. Box Mining, hacking the system. And I just found this earlier today. I like this. I like this. I like this dude here. Altcoin Buzz. Those are all YouTube channels. Check them out. Reddit, Steam it, Bitcoin Talk, and just look around. And basically, the more you get involved with it, the more you'll get a sense of what it is. And then once you actually put a little bit of money into it, then you'll really get more of a sense because you have a stake and an interest in it now. So you'll pay attention and start to focus more. It'll become just more of a way of being, a way of thinking. Like you'll wake up analyzing stocks, not stocks, analyzing your coins. You go to it just becomes almost automatic. Then at some point you say, you know what? I think I want to get this. You'll be watching something for a couple of weeks. You'll just get insight in what's good to buy and sell. And like that's the quick hustle. You want to try to make a lot of money as soon as possible. You want to make $50 into $250. If you want to make $1,000 into $3,000, like that can be done theoretically within a few days or weeks. Sometimes it happens. Doesn't always often happen. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you can make a whole lot of money overnight. But what you most likely can do is invest something that will stay there, you won't lose, and it'll grow. Most likely, if you put in $1,000 right now, next month, if you don't do shit, you're probably going to have $1,100 right now. If you put in $1,000 right now and really focus and pay attention and flip the game, you could probably have anywhere between $1,200, $1,400, $1,500 to $2,000 by next month. Now, if you do all of this and if you buy the right ones, if you buy the right little ones now, by the next year or two, you could turn $500 into a good, you know what I'm saying, a good amount of money. A good amount of money. You see what these things are going up. These are just some of the things I got. I have some Verge, Digibyte, some Redcoin, Tronics, Cardano, Golem, and Dash, and Bitcoin. So those I think are going to do. Yeah, I think they're going to do something pretty good, like in a longer while. Some of these other ones I want to get that look pretty interesting. Quant Stamp, Blue, Dragon Chain, Chainlink. Like this is just me just sharing, like just what I looked around and found out, and I'm gonna look at these and see where they go. I mean, there's no reason not to share. I mean, hey, let's all make some money. Let's all do what we can. Chainlink, Substratum, Ubiq, UBIQ, Pivx, PIVX. What's this? Monetha, MONETHA, Travelflex, Veg, Digital Note, Vertcoin, VERTCOIN, Safe Exchange, Electronium. This one I was just talking about a few weeks ago went up like $25,000 in just a few days. PTOY. What I really like on here, I like Quant Stamp. That looks good. And Vertcoin. I really like Quant Stamp and Vertcoin. And Moneta. I definitely want to get some Monero, some Zcash, OWO. Those aren't out yet. There's no OWOs yet. But OWO is Yoruba for money. And I just want those. Because I want those. And I'm going to hope they do well. I don't really know too much about their platform or their business or what they do. I just know that it's Yoruba for money, so that's cute. LRC, LLT, those are just two random things I stumbled on one day that just look real weird. They just real, I don't know. It's hard to describe. They just look real weird with just how they function. So let me just keep an eye on them. NEM, SLS, Ripple, Veritasium. Veritasium is real interesting. I missed the initial offering on that by just a couple of days, and I've been watching it go up and up and up and up and up crazy. So, yeah, man, that's basically it. I just wrote this down just to watch it and keep track of it for a couple of days. So, what you want to do is get yourself a bank account, state ID. Go to Coinbase. Transfer your money from your bank to Coinbase. Transfer your money from Coinbase to GDAX. Transfer your money from GDAX to Bittrex or one of the other exchanges. Then from there, it'll show you right there. You click on you look at the coin that you want to buy. You click on it. It'll be a side that says buy, a side that says sell. You go to the side that says buy. You put how much you want to buy, and then you click buy. Now, maybe if I get another chance, if I figure out how to make videos which shows the screen, I'm not real tech savvy with all of that. Um, I'll make a video of actually buying and selling so you can see the screens on the functions. But you know, like what pretty much what I want to tell you is just where to go, what to do, and how to do it. All of the sites, all of the websites, everything is self-explanatory. They give you the instructions right there. They say, warning, don't do this. And like you know what you're about to do every time you click the mouse. So, yo, that's it. Any insights? I'd love it. I'd welcome it. Any good ideas for any coins to get? Any further discussion? Leave them in the comments, and let's build. This is something that we all just getting into recently over the last couple of years, and there's a couple of years that we can use it to really lay down and build some things of what we need to do to move forward into the future in the new world. Peace.